How's it hanging, guys? And welcome to the Outer Worlds. I want to be over there on the screen there. Okay, welcome to the Outer Worlds, where we're still on the Groundbreaker. We've got some new crew. We want to see if we can get more of these side bits done, because obviously what we need to end up doing is earning 10,000 bits, so we can get the nav key to go to Stellar Bay. First things first, let's continue with Pavadi.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages? I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems
then
are
she
all
likes her.
symbolic and such, right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
From my heart, you say.
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. The trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. Made my chest hurt, kinda.
Yeah, sounds like she likes you,
I don't know
Pavadi.
where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
Yeah, she's the one we personally know. She's...
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel. Who's Isabel?
Everything okay, Pavadi?
They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close. Not anymore.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? Lost Hope?
Yeah, drinking solves everything. Yeah, drinks are on me.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
Well, level 10. So I wanted to get that up to at least 50. And the same with leadership. I don't know if it's the right thing to do. I'm assuming I might have to specialize and knock stuff, but I could always, for bits, redo myself. Okay. Base armor rating. So the base armor rating or lowers vendor prices. Base armor rating. Ooh, and it opens up the next tier. Has better... What? Oh. Lower consumable rate. Wait. Want that. Okay. I don't know why I'm coming down this way. We want to go up. But anyway. So for that we need a drink to her. Agreed, we still need to go do that. Period of distress. That's at my terminal. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Looking out there and seeing that ship. That's cool.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah, play the
Yes,
distress signal.
Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad.
Nice.
Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Let's continue our conversation from before.
Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind?
Yeah, she seems
No,
sad.
I am sure I cannot feel emotions. The memory has merely disrupted one of my processors. Glitches can be quite uncomfortable. It was my fault he died. I should have predicted the statistical unlikeliness of success of my captain's actions. In fact, I did, but illogically disregarded the results.
Why do you do that?
He asked me to trust him. Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning.
Where did you come from originally?
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided
Makes
if
sense.
I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did.
Okay, so with that one, we now know where the Roseway is.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like.
Is this for me? Tennyson. Oh. I don't think ever. Here goes. Okay. Okay, so that looks like there's even more scientific weapons. Yeah, one on Cilia. I have to say, that looks cool seeing the Groundbreaker out there. However, I thought we were docked on it. Which is weird. So when we go down, do we dock back in? Okay. So yeah, so everything stays in. So, I'm going to take that. The named stuff. Take everything out. I'll have that. I want that. Okay. Start with Ellie. 180. $11 for that. I think that's actually quite good. That better than mine? No. But it would look better than mine. So I want it. See what it looks like on me, you know? That looks cool. Anyway, we're going to have that on. That. Ellie, we're going to give the... How's that put on me? Okay. For him, what's that? 170? No. 195. Do you know what? That sounds like it's decent anyway. I want some decent looking outfits, you know? Let's see, I like the look of that one. Then what I might do... Put my hat back there. See, that looks better for me. It's okay for her. For him... Nice. So a better arm for Vivaldi. Probably just need better helmets. than the bigger. Okay. Do that, wrong button. Do that off. I want that on. And now we're going to modify it. I should really speak to the people on here. Vardy's room. Priest room. Felix's room. Don't have anyone for there.
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
It's not really that simple, but yes, fine. Anything else?
If that's the case.
Good to see you, boss. Didn't I tell you?
Speak to everyone, see if they have any side missions, you know?
Abandoned at birth in the back bays. That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. Always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
You're a stowaway.
That's what they called us. Orphans with no family, no company to take us in, nowhere to go but the back bays. The word's a touch kindlier than rung leech, but the meaning's just as clear. If you can't support your own self, you don't deserve to be on the Groundbreaker.
How do you manage?
Same way we all do. Look for work and hope somebody would give me a shot. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
What happened between you and the foreman?
Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you so the difference like I got.
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Former dock worker, anyway. That's all in the past now. I'm over it. And he's in recovery, probably.
If we have a disagreement, I expect you to be civilized.
Oh, I can do civilized. Proper civilized, too. Genuflecting and everything. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
You'll be in a prison cell.
Oh, yeah. I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Carved my name on the wall. I wonder if it's still there. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
Okay, it doesn't look like he has any
Good to see you,
companion
boss.
side missions yet.
As always, I am at your disposal. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Nope, nothing new for him.
This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Do you know anything about who sent the call?
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town cut up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Now, why don't we just call the corporate for
With a lot
reinforcements?
of these companies, the thrashing you take from your boss is worse than whatever a bunch of marauders will do to you. Doesn't exactly encourage calling for aid when there's a fuck-up.
Could be a trap.
I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
Okay. Don't know what. I think it looks like it upgrades. Anyway, we want to install mod. mod already installed. And that can't have on the silencer. Okay. Still need to find that weapon out here. I think this is the one that's inside. Ooh. No, what? I'll have Pavadi. Let's take Ellie with us. Never check. Oop, never check around this way.
You learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job. Nobody wants you looking close at their cargo.
Let's see, we've got it. Grab them. If it doesn't say stealing, we have it. This place. Oh, riot gear. Okay. That looks cool. Oh, so we could have thingied. I help, melee damage, armor, range damage. I'm assuming this side's like the best stuff. Right, we'll see if there's any fall damage. Yes, okay. This goes in here. This is class of stealing, okay.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Oh, there's a vent up there. How do we get up there?
Remember Auntie Cleo, because she remembers
Oh.
you.
News.
When you were sick,
News.
who took your temperature? When you were hungry,
Aha.
who gave you a needle full of love?
Up we go.
Cleo, that's you. Have you given your auntie a hug today? This story.
Nice and easy. I'd say anything here falls under the salvage protocols of Finder's Keepers.
Okay. Right, shrunk that. Where is it? Oh, it grew again. That looks like a weak spot, doesn't it? Dang it. There you go. Got one leg. They are weak spots. We've got this. There you go. Getting burned too many times may susceptible to the plasma. Okay, we'll accept this. Dialogue skills. Oh, and no companions. No companions. Quiet weapon. Vendor buying prices going up. I like that. Extra bonus to headshots. Ooh, like that. I'm thinking that lower weight of consumables. Not extra damage from headshots and thingy. Gonna increase the buyer's price. Open this. Okay, so that was there. A workbench. Nope, something down here. We'll go grab them. Optional repair hanger key card. Okay, we need a key card. Oh, there's something up there. Okay, so there's definitely nothing around. Can't get out, it's a one way. Make sure there's nothing just...
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Crossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but it's
Rest and go key card.
can throw this pivotal game into question.
But stealing if I take it.
Both teams have tested negative for performance-enhancing stims. A toss ball first.
Having a look around, see if the key card's just lying around. ID cartridge. That's another way in from there, okay. I can't do anything with that. Maybe go speak to this woman before we go into the back bays, you know?
Rizzo's Knock You Out Bar, a CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free vegetables. It's time for a KYO. C&P near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Yeah, here it is. Ooh, what's this place?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
What is it exactly?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We
So they're
grind them
eating
up in
space rats.
sausages, then
Okay.
terra-fry them in their own juices.
So spratwurst like bratwurst. Seen that a lot. What does terrify mean?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Your own invention?
Legally? No. The terrafrying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike. Just as well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats.
Okay.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
That we are. Alright, with Captain Hawthorne.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved on from Groundbreaker yet.
Hey, Tobias. How's the leg?
Good as you left it, man.
So they have interactions with, depending on, like, your companions that you have. Got ya.
Took some extra lead while I was on a job. Ellie here patching me up good. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed. I won.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty routine around here.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Okay.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations.
Aggressive
Guessing you
Operations,
already know
my
about
type of
Sublight,
place.
Otherwise you wouldn't have come. Charmed. It's
We'll be
nice
honest
to
with her,
see
you
you're
know, at least
reliable again.
a bit honest.
Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
I didn't kill him.
I didn't ask. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Okay.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
We don't have the nav key yet.
I like that initiative.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
What kind of other sectors?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of
Hi,
our
Wolves Not
salvage is
Far.
abandoned.
Was that what game is this?
Sometimes
It is
takes
The
a
Outer
long
Worlds.
Conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
Yeah, they're bureaucratic pirates.
Your
What it
word,
seems like.
not mine. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets. Grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble.
Okay. We have to be careful that we don't
Otherwise, a
upset
legal
people.
blind spot.
Because we don't want to
No
upset
one
people
knows what
yet.
we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Ask. I have nothing to hide. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Okay. We need to go to the bar with Pravati. We can do that while we're on here. Still need to go down to the thingy, that's Roseway. We need to find the weapon, but we need to find the pass to get into the back bit. And we need to get that nav key and come back and speak to this woman. Okay.
BNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
My assumption is then the back bays must be the waste disposal.
Rep's office used to be in the docking bays? Yeah.
So, how's this work? Do we... Okay, so... what are we drinking? You're the expert? Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Let's just do it proper.
Yeah, she's not much of a drinker. We'll start slow. Hang on. No, we've got a perception one. Do you want to do this? You seem nervous.
Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said, and feeling my heart shake.
Start slow.
Oh, beer. I guess, yeah, I can do that. Beer can be good. I bet. Bottoms up.
Think of it like a fizzy tea that's gone a little off.
Ah,
So when you bring in another companion, they interact during these companion quests as well.
oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing?
Enjoying a drink with your friends.
Yeah. I guess we are that, huh? Friends. Friends give each other counsel, right? What do you think I should do about Junlei? Because I feel about as aimless as an automech with a busted nav chip.
I'd give you my advice, but if I'm being honest, you're probably better off following whatever the captain has to say.
No, why are you unsettled?
Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Yeah, what's she actually write in the message?
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named Isabel did all sorts of things to try to win his favor. This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her?
Yeah, what's this really about, Pravati?
I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Before I lose my nerve.
Let's get some water.
Come on, Captain. I'm here. scared to drink. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration, here I come.
Aw, this was just about to get fun.
Shush you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but I'm so scared.
About what?
Everything? I got a solar system's worth of terrifying questions swirling around my head. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me?
Don't stop there, you wanna roll? I wonder if you're scared. There's an easy way to get an answer to all those questions. Yep.
There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. What if she's not okay with that? What if she is, but then later, she's not?
And you go your separate ways. You have in common, you know. I'm not interested in, Are you afraid of being rejected of who you are? Yeah.
Of course. Wouldn't you be?
No, everyone is.
Huh. I've never thought of it that way. I wonder what June's afraid of being rejected for. She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just my rose-ish colored goggles talking. To be strong like her. Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I think ungenerous thoughts.
We all do.
I suppose so, but I want to be my best self for her. A good person, worth caring for. Well, Captain, this has been a whole lot. I got just... wow. So much to think about.
But are you going to ask her out, buddy?
Oh, gosh, I don't know, Captain. Do you think I should?
Still unsure? Yes, just ask her. That's my opinion. Believe in yourself. Yeah, believe in yourself, Pavadi.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as we get back to the ship. I mean, probably. Eventually. Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot. You're good people, Captain.
This was fun. We should do it again after you send that message.
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? I wish there was a place we could all live quiet together. Come on, let's go.
Okay. We actually go back to the ship and find out. Yeah, do you know what? We'll do that bit. But then obviously we still got to go to the back bays. There's a bounty there.
Heard from the lasses down on 22.
Gonna run down here just in case. It's not. Ah, it is stealing. Dang it. Okay.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. And I don't feel it today. I guess that water must have worked. I'm glad I had you looking out for me.
Did you talk to Julie?
I messaged
Julie.
Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
They're not so bad so far. We're not gonna
because I didn't say things
humiliate her type thing, you know.
I've met someone.
Build her up,
become
build her
special.
confidence.
I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
So does she like you?
Isn't she sweet? Like one of those 2-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Nice. Oh, and that completes. Oh, but there. Nice. Cool. Okay. Time to fix the heating in this place. Nope. We'll take Felix out for the next one. Yes, you can only have 2.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
I wonder what are the... Sell junk. Because it increases the amount of ammo the weapon can carry. So I'm going to buy that and buy that. I don't have enough for that. Whoops. Okay, I'm thinking that. Because we can't put the silencer on that, but I can put that on. Can be removed unless you have engineering 150. For more bullets, you know? More bullets equal better.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
Oh, there's a left thing in the middle.
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any...
Pop a cheeky little save. Just in case something bad happens, guys, you know?
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company? A neighbor from above approaches.
Oh, we can talk to him.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise. First, I'm gonna... Hey, Felix! Look, everyone, it's Felix!
Well, hey there, your lordship.
So you know Felix. Cool.
Is this a nice man, a friend of yours, Felix?
Seeing you here feels like old times. Now, what brings you down to my sprat-infested broom closet of a kingdom?
Felix, you know this guy.
Sure, everybody knows Captain McCred, terror of the back bays and purveyor of rare fungi.
Felix is a good kid. Bad habits, poor judgment, awful taste. But we like him down here.
Okay, cool. I'm here for some parts Junie sent me.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back with the crew.
What are you doing to that poor engineer?
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again.
Can I grab the parts then?
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
As far as the leaking toxin, I'll just come back after you. Yeah.
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
Okay, cool. There's something else.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
There's a bounty in your head. I want to claim. Yeah, we'll be honest.
Listen to the fire of those convictions. This one's hungry for justice. Alive or dead. Rare or medium. What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter?
There's no need of violence. Give me a lighter. Yep.
My flame? Shit. Little flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours.
Hey, oh, we didn't have to kill him? Nice. I like that we could do that.
Wasn't too keen on the thought of coming to blows with you.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
I'll miss my baby pyro, but it beats losing my head. This court needs its king, and I'm one of a kind.
Right, agreement on here. Does it say Sanita on it?
Keen eyes you got there. Sanita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back, and she wanted me to have something to remember her by.
McCred, is this another one of those situations where you're confusing reality with a mushroom trip?
Mushrooms put the reality in reality, Felix. Without mushrooms, it's all just unreal.
Seeing you.
Any friend of Felix is free to wander, but I got eyes on you. You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Okay. No stealing, so I'll have it. That's stealing.
Smells kind of like old Wes's outflow pipes.
You get that automech pad? Craig wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name.
If we can find the engineer, we'll tell her to get back to work.
Oh my god.
I also wanted.
If you were one of the original colonists, this place would have been your home.
See if I can find a pass or something to get into the warehouse. Well, there she is.
You're the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. That may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
What brings you to the back bay?
Junlei sent me down to collect the parts we need to fix the radiators. McRed got me all distracted sucking fumes and talking about the cosmos.
Sounds about right. McRed's something of a gourmand when it comes to mushrooms.
I can't tell if you brought friends or if I'm still seeing things, so maybe I ought to lay off the fumes and head back to work.
Can we get the parts?
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
We're not going to steal from people just... I don't want to anger them all, you know? How do we... That must be up these stairs then. We'll take the stuff that doesn't highlight red.
Everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew. We got another complaint. People don't like worms in their shrooms.
Aw, they're just tilling the soil. They're my friends.
Worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line.
That. Okay. This isn't how to get up and over. Ladder. And a stairwell, okay. Stairwell is first, then to get to it.
Wake up. There's no such thing as pizza. It's all open-faced pasta.
You've been getting into the bottom.
So I think the so that if we wanted to sneak in, we could have done that, okay.
Bet we can do some good with these.
Nice, we'll go return these parts. We'll lower down the heat of this place, you know? I'll have to try figuring out how to get into that back bit.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Got the parts.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
Okay. Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Move way down.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
It's actually quite good. It is a PS4 game, but it is quite good, really good. I enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. Okie dokie. So we need to head down. Yeah. Alright, so we got the... Oh! Ah, didn't realize. So these things shoot plasma, and we have a weakness to plasma. Oh! So he's actually quite powerful with his grenade launcher. Can't use violent... Okay, there's still something else. Ah, up there. Is it behind? I think it hid behind the box. There. Nice. Okay, nothing on there. Pick up what we can. Also, Wolf's not far. I think you're watching on our vertical live stream view. You can see what it looks like on the horizontal. Because then it might look better. Because obviously the horizontal will be probably a little bit better graphic quality. But I'm sure it gets a better bit rate go through onto the horizontal than it does the verticals. Okay.
Good news. Song tells me the security mechanical ended up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic sets of fluid cores are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky. Sneak past if you can.
We do a full search after we go.
I can always fix them later.
That's bad. So we have to go around. Like I say, we do a full search after we popped in. Robots. Hit the weak point. Where's the weak point? Nice. Okie dokie. Go through. Alright, there's enemy somewhere over there. See him on that mini-map.
Sister performing.
Looks like we're doing this. I think you're getting through.
Oh, cool. He took it out. Nice. Which one's better, horizontal or vertical? Well, it's whatever is better for your viewing thing, but the bit rates that go through, for horizontal always goes through at a higher bit rate. So the picture quality is probably like slightly better. But that's just to do with how bit rates go through. Okay, that was kind of almost bad. Okay, that's what we need to get to. Just unbar this.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what...
Cycle the pumps. I've got the logs. Okay.
Done. The temperatures are dropping.
Then we return up. We should have fixed the heating. Ah. Just hop down there. Nice. Let me head up. Heating will be fixed. Ship will be cool.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Nice. What is it like being in command around here?
Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
There's a family business. Yeah, so what I think we've figured out on this ship as well.
My grandmother, Chief Gang,
The best person doesn't actually get the job. You inherit the jobs on this ship.
Promoted only recently.
So,
when my mom died.
if you, let's say your dad was captain, you then become captain. If your dad was engineer, you become an engineer.
Taught you all you know.
Even if you're rubbish at it.
Which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer. It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Yeah, provided could help you.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. I hope that was a joke, Captain.
Dang it.
I really do.
I was hoping she would tell me where the self-destruct mechanism was. You know, it was worth a shot.
System that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe. You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when. You've got my attention.
I have a lot of faith in the board. No, they're one of the few people, like few areas that we've been to 2 places. The beautiful planet at the beginning, and here on this ship. And everyone, and these ones don't seem to like the board.
I like to think of myself as a nice person.
Which seem to be the ones that control the whole galaxy.
I might hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters. I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention.
Right, I think we've exhausted everything, yes. Nice. Level 11. Look, we haven't botched anything, which is surprising for us. Got to claim the bounty. Still need to acquire that weapon. Okay, we're going to put up our leadership again. I want to get that to at least 50. But I say that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is where tonight's stream shall end. We managed to get a lot of stuff done for the Groundbreaker crew, the people on this ship. So, when we return, which will be after our Final Fantasy 13 stream on Monday, we shall hand in the bounty. We'll see if we can get through that door. Then we go off to a new planet, and we get to see what that's like. So tune in then, as the Outer Worlds continues. Goodbye, everybody. And stay safe.